Sherlock. What does Sherlock have to do with anagram? What the fuck's going on? Must return an integer that represents the... There's no story. You just saying there's anagrams and Sherlock. Maybe I'm failing. The following parameters as a string input format. The first line contains integer q, the number of queries. Each of the next q lines as an. Yeah, so sour, I gave up on the other one because I don't wanna like implement radix sort myself by just copying someone else's code. And it's probably also a crappy way of solving that actually. But I don't want to do a proper one if I know a crappy solution. It's a complete hack. Not allowed to sort, huh? Well, sort in linear time. String s contains only lowercase letters, blah blah blah. Which query return the number of unordered anagrammic pairs? The number of queries. You start like from here, huh? And then you walk out. What am I? Blah 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 respectively. No anagrammic pairs exist in the second query, has no characters. What? For the first query we have anagrammic pairs. Just finding dubs. I. How is this? How is this a part of the pair? I can't read, huh? For example, as the function blah. Let's string to int. That's what I wanted to know. Done! I mean, if it compiles, it works, right? Oh, I got one. Lucky yes. There's no character key. I'm gonna find the number of pairs substrings that are number. For example, s mom o m. But like, what I was trying to figure out is why is this a pair? Why is phi and ifa a pair? Or just like you have something in the string that repeats and it can be shipped in between or around. You just have some repeating letters, huh? And it can be shipped around it. Is that what it is? I guess so. You don't even need to have the entire. We just count half. Another rapid. We get more rapid. Why are you an anagram pair? It doesn't explain. The letters of one string can be rearranged to form the other string. Oh, anagrams. We're not talking... I thought palindromes for some reason. It's rearrangement. It's not... Okay, fuck. So the first thing we need to figure out is if something is an anagram. If two strings are an anagram. Yes, anagram. String. Cool. I think this makes sense. Maybe we should use data text and get... No, let's just wait with that until it becomes an issue. I'm thinking about using sets again. But then you remove dub, unfortunately. Or maybe maps, actually. That's probably why this is called map. Right. We'll do one from list. And then like, what's your index? Like, the index is probably the letter. And what's the value? Oh, it's from list width. And then like, the value is plus. From list width, and the value is 1. There you go. Like you're counting the character one time. And then if you do this for both strings, you can just say if they're equal. So let's call this a function. To map. Map char int. There you go. There you go. And then we could just say if they're equal. I mean, you could do that. You could do that. Or you could, you know, crazy. I am a I am a function and I'm expecting a string. I am a function and expect a string. In other words, I'm a functor. Because I'm in the context of expecting a string. So I can fmap this equals thing into that. Which will make like map to bool out of this thing, right? And then we can apply the other function which will produce a map in the same context, also a bool. So this becomes an entire function producing a bool like with this signature. Awesome. It's magic, I hope. Let's see if it compiles actually, I don't know. It may not compile. Parser. Alright, I'm a noob. Wait, actually, no, we don't need to fmap at all. What am I doing? You can just do from list with... Oh, we need to fmap this part. Right. So there definitely is some fmap going on. Because we need to prepare the string suitable for this function. Not in scope. Normally you didn't map this in... Right, we didn't do that. Or we did. Data map strict maybe. And also... It doesn't like to do this qualified stuff. Yeah. Okay, it's just like it clashes a lot with the other data stuff. It broke. Right. What am I do? We don't depend on the same string, so we can't do this. Unfortunately, depend on two different. We try to compare difference. Oh, I tried to be clever and I wasn't. Now it's readable. Okay, cool. So now we know if something is an anagram by just dumping it in a map and then counting how often characters occur. And if they occur the same amount, we know if it is an anagram. Really crappy detection. There you go. And I solved it by looking at the type map. We need to use maps. Okay, now just like every possible occurrence of this thing, we can throw it to the anagram and then count if it's correct or not. So let's like what do you call it? Permutations. Permutation function generates. Oh, it's of the same size. Subsequence. There we go. Subsequences, and we dropped the one that's. Okay, this is also interesting. Like we can drop the empty one and we can drop the so it's like better sub. I think this is also fucked. Like it doesn't know you can do that qualified. Which actually makes sense because they never actually imported. Subsequences and then we filter out itself and empty. So you can't copy paste. It's so annoying. Subsequences. Y. We already use X. Y is equal to X or Y is mem. Dot. No, not a dot. Needs to apply. So we already introduced X to scope. How does filter work? I don't know. Filter data pool. Apply the predicate to a list. Returns listed elements that satisfy the predicate. So okay. And not. Oh, not right. Maybe. So if you're equal to yourself, then we ignore you, become true, and then the predicate is false. Or if you're equal to mem, then you're also true and therefore false. Otherwise, these don't apply, become false, and apply to a returns a list of those elements that satisfy the predicate. So filter means everything that returns true will remain in the list, which is what we have better subs. Okay, cool. Better subs. How do we get the pairs? Is it even doing every possible permutation? I think we ran out of. You can, if you want, you can submit the queue. Oh, it's just blocked. Maybe they don't want to play it. Oh, okay. So we'll just make a bunch of better subs. Fast. And we'll. How do you do the anagram? I don't like the difference between GC list and data. What do you got? We got permanent subsequences. Also, I think it's 1. And then we have the list. We just go over like pairs or something. Are you an anagram? No. Are you an anagram? Are you an anagram? If they're different in length, they're never an each other, I think. But yeah, we probably need to do the recursion again. Oh my god. Because I need to like pick out 2 and like get control of the first one and second. How often do I like? I think look, it has been months since I wrote recursion. I'm in loop. String. We get this list of subsequences, right? And then we want to like get like if it's empty, then we're done. It's the first thing, right? One argument I can't do anything with, so that's like that. 2 arguments. Yes. I guess we'll ask if it's an anagram. Yeah, thanks. This is a professional developer. Perfection. Okay, cool. I have no. So, and then we need to count how many there are, right? Also something about pairs, but I don't know. Fine. That's a number. I don't think you can do that. You can do this though. Like the first character needs to be an underscore or a alphanumeric. Also, it can't be a capital letter. So, like the way to get around it is by using underscore. The O was not 0. Oh, that's my. Yeah, but then like if it's capital 0, I still fucked. Like otherwise, this is data. This is data. Or type. Oxf. Yeah, this is fine. It looks cool. I like it. Like there are 2 ways to name your functions or like your stuff, right? You can either like make very descriptive names and like make them concise and descriptive and just very powerful, or you can make them so fucked up, so like ludicrous that everyone will just remember what it is. Like this. This is perfect. It works, right? No one in their right mind will write a function. If you can do it, it's fine. Only like it works if you do this not that often, but with care, right? This is so not gonna work, I think. Now we have a list of bools. We just want to filter out the false and then like length. Quite. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Monday to fix my video editing program. Like I've seen it work, and the fact that the music is being cut is really fucking annoying, actually. But it's watchable. It's much more watchable. It's like more engaging. I don't get bored. That's like the important part. The other ones I get kind of bored. Filter. If you're true, then you remain, and then length. Oh! Look at that. We can use lenses. What the fuck am I doing, by the way? Why am I writing? Oh, right. There wasn't any opportunity. Okay, done. This I doubt this is gonna work. Like I think I'm missing something about that. Well, yeah, there's that. What are you ambiguous about? A set, right? You're using sets. Message type char with char. Oh, you also need to be better subs, right? My bot. Just. Oh, I think. So I think now we actually want to have a Cartesian product. instead of what the fuck I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm doing this weird shit. Oh, we can delete it. Cool. Yes. This is not good glue. So let's add set again. Or you just improve this one. Filter out those bad posts. Maybe there's like a list function for permissions. No, that's not what I want either. Well, maybe. We got subsequence. So what if we fmap permutation? Or would it be wrong? Then we got like A, B, B, A. Even though it didn't exist in origin. And what I want is make like pairs. It doesn't make sense. Is that even allowed? Have AA. We should make a map out of it. I don't know how to solve this shit. I bet this is like some basic class problem I just failed to grasp. Fucking weird ass music, man. My god, I got something. Subsequence functions returns a list of all subs of the argument. Permutation function, list of all permutations first. I just don't really understand the pair part of this problem. They're talking about anagrammic pair as list of all anagrammic pairs. But you're not, like, you're just giving an example. You're not describing why it's a list of anagrammic pair. Or you can respell them or something? Pairs, subsequence. I guess we do want to. These are all the subsequent. And then we just wanna weird phi. But why? Okay, let's open up GTI. See what this gives from subsequences. Maybe this is the wrong function. I feel I'm approaching this wrongly. I'm just trying to find a function that like gives me a long way towards the problem, but I think I just need to stick closer to it or something. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. Maybe the guy was right, and you do FP, then your OO skills will be broke scopes. What? Oh, actually, it finds it. It finds phi and if-I. It finds phi. It finds a lot of shit. The problem is we don't line it up properly. It finds phi and it finds if-I. I hope. Somewhere. If-I, yeah. Okay, cool. But, like, if you would line this up with each other, then it would find way more than we asked. Because this only gets 3. We get, like, the I. We get II. So this is probably the wrong function. Small brain. Small brain. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. Probably thinking wrong about reversing over phi. So what if I, like, go from left to right? I'll put this in a map. I have an I. See if it occurred. And I put this in a map. See if it occurred like an oh, maybe that's it. It just keeps on putting a shit in a map. If I put this in a map. Hey, I found an I before. Algorithmic source is so complicated. Yeah. Do you know why this is wrong? I'm feeling real like I'm just missing some part. But maybe in part it's also the description. It's just like I'm not even doing this for fun or anything. I'm just doing this because I want to get better at it before doing that test. Help me, chat. Help me. I probably like actually if I didn't had arranged to stream, I would just ended up watching anime or something. Type help in chat so it can help you. Help! Help! Oh, thanks, Uppy bots. Thanks for giving me the solution in a gift. Wow, you're actually a really advanced bot for just doing automatic programming for me. How nice of you. Wow, you invented Radix Sword. Wow! Wow, you're actually like an amazing bot. Wow! I don't need it, but thank you. A quick slay of hands. Nobody saw it. It was all the bot, and nobody noticed that I went from GIST to Stack Overflow. It was just like no. Like the bot, it encoded a redirect inside the GIST base. It hacked GitHub and then put the redirect in there to the Stack Overflow. That's how advanced it is, bot. It can do anything. Do you know what? It consists of comonads. It's amazing. GitHub wants to hire the bot. Yeah. Yeah, like, no, the bot owns GitHub, you don't understand. The bot is GitHub. Like, I feel there should be some case at some point in time that a hacker would pwn a company so hard that it would just take over the company. Bot is equal to GitHub. Yeah. You think people are answering these questions? No, it's just one big bot. Actually, I think that's like, there should be a law that would force bots to identify themselves as bots, because it's kind of getting creepy at this point. CEOs are the highest paid hackers. Yes. Yeah, they're like social engineering to like the next level, right? They're convincing the people to follow people. But if you actually have ever worked in a startup, you will recognize the fact that CEOs, they are basically they really need to focus on just like motivating people and telling everyone like, yeah, we're building something amazing, even though there's still just nothing. And as an engineer, you know that there's nothing. So yeah, you just need to shut up, keep on working. Like, I thought it was weird when I was working for startups, but I think no, it's not weird. It's the norm. You're always kind of running on fumes, like a castle in the sky. Anyway, let's talk about work. Wait, it's the phone. I'm skip. Maybe I'll throw out the Isaac stuff. Yes, that's like also wanna help me. But I like Isaac stuff. Okay, fine. You can requeue. I just like, I don't know. You can requeue. Fine, I'll keep it in the playlist, but I just don't want to listen to it right now. I'm on ad still. What's lit? You didn't define these. You need to define them before it works. Actually, before I forgot to make the bot on mod, so it couldn't time out people if they would send a link. Unfortunately, Toding also didn't merge my pull request, so but it's yeah, you're trusted, right? And you're also a mod. You can't do that. I'm not sure if you're trusted, but you're a mod, so you have that for you. Trust. Which is nice. Yeah, I need mods desperately. You can make a mod, so that's more the point. Someone find some good use for it. I don't know. Let's make a Cartesian product, but not with subsequence. Maybe we'll just no. Like, you know what the problem is? You know what the problem is? Like, it's too powerful, the data loading. Like it finds the things we want, but it also finds things we don't want because it pulls things out of order. We got like double string. Did this one, huh? This is just too powerful. Fuck is transpose? Transposes the rows and the columns of its argument. What? What if I transpose a string? I need to be a list of lists. Oh, that's cool. I've never seen these. Like, I know lenses very well, but I actually haven't looked at all that much to the standard library. Maybe I should do that more. For example, chiroptical using those functions. I'm just usually like, what? What is going on? Oh, Haskell. Why there are so many functions you need more banks? You need to turn all the elements lost. That's nice. Oh. Extract the elements of the list. It must be non-end. So this is actually a partial function. Yeah. People whine about being in the standard library, and I haven't. I think I'm gonna give up on this one because I don't really know how to do it. Maybe let's think again. Let's think about this again. What if we put like A in a map, we put AB in a map, and put ABB in it, right? Would it work? Like, yeah, then you have A, you have AB, and you have A. Just reverse all the elements, or like in a list maybe I in a map, or like Rio seems to. I was thinking about starting with Proto. Let me look. Rio was the one the presentation was. But the problem I have with using these is that I'm going even farther from, yeah, I saw a present Rio Haskell, right? Not a movie, and this also has like logging built in, I think, and probably writer. They made a better writer, maybe? Oh, something I found interesting. Is this like with a better list as well? What about you? But this is actually replacing entire page. I don't know. It'll be a lot of work to replace. Kind of nice they built in length. Yeah, I do that as well, reader. Like I do that in the backend, right? Reader. And also a bit for language, for example. It's actually kind of nice. Writer, not that useful. I only use the event writer, and that's like reflex match. Should also be an unsafe. For what? But you have these things implemented. Oh, this is based on I don't know, like I'm kind of the opposite with coding when it comes to libraries. I don't mind my libraries being fat and providing me lots of shit because I actually don't want to. I don't want to implement, reinvent anything. I just want to like use the existing shit out there and try to stream as much shit as possible as well. Even though it's only 20 lines or something. I don't care. Yeah, I like the baby hat actually. The way I'm doing it right now is with lenses. It's ridiculous. I'm doing like, so you have like a list of, I don't know, axis list, and then I'm doing like, this is the way to do it safely. It's always weird, by the way, if streamers start typing in chat because of the delay. Nice thing about this is it also works with maps. It also works with sets. I think it works with sets. It may work with, I don't know, no, it probably doesn't work with sets. It works with vectors. So yeah, you get like the, you know, learn one API instead of 10. Are you gonna give up on this? I don't know how to do this. Like, it's a bit too fake for me. I don't know. I'm gonna give up. I feel they make these problems harder by just being more vague somehow. Contracts. Let's look at this one. 50%. Maybe we get more points if it. Like, that's the problem with these. Like, if I don't have a way of just going through the next phase of solving the algorithm, like I don't know what to do, then well, I can stare at it longer. But yeah, I'm not gonna like, you know, it's gonna take hours, or it's just not gonna happen at all. It's kind of a shame, but I don't know how to, you know, get past that point. So like, if you were in an interview, you would basically ask the interviewer for help at this point, right? You get like a little nudge in the right direction. Like they would say like, oh, use, I don't know, radix sort, or like, yeah, use disjunctions or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe like there are hints. Anagrams, permutation, strength. So yeah, like it's good that I'm doing this on stream because I wouldn't have done it at all if I wasn't streaming. Thanks, camera. Thank you guys for watching me and keeping me motivated. I'm like a startup. I'm usually faster with startup if I'm not. I'm gonna try some things, right? I'm gonna try different. Yeah. You're giving an array, find the number of triplets, and set the elements of those are geometric progression ratio R and Y is smaller than J. Well, at least I linked to something. Mathematics and geometric enough. Sequence of numbers where each term first found is by multiplying by a non-zero number called a common ratio. For example, 2 is of atosis R to R. Okay, you're giving it a meter ratio, so it's trivial, right? 1, 4, 6. But it's just a map. How is this hard? Return the count of the triplets to form the geometric. 1, 2, 2, 4. So the ratio, do we get the ratio as well? Wait, like, why does 50% doesn't make, probably because there's a link to geometric progression and they're not taught it on school or something. What? I mean, it's weird. This one seems to be really well defined, whereas the other ones were just like, oh, just do 1, 5, 5, 20. What is R? They're also all in sequence, aren't they? Yeah. But it could be the case that the geometric progression, no, there was a triplet. I don't mind because it doesn't seem hard. Maybe like if we start doing it, it becomes harder. Let's add the type signature first because I'm an idiot. And yeah, that's mostly it. I don't know how to program without these things. This seems to be R and then result. It would be way nicer if you would add a type sig, but you don't, because you hate error. It's life. Bottom is a bit. Professional. Spoilers. Is it like from Doctor Who? Oh, I misspelled. Oh, not triplet. I misspelled doubly. Oh, I wouldn't have known, or? I wouldn't have known. I like to make the main for me. What the fuck? This is insane. What a solution. It's beautiful. I don't know why I find it so funny to encounter it in the code. There you have it. Okay, let's look again at it. Go check. Reply. So we need to check two things. We need to check if it's you're given an array and you need to find the number of tuplets of indices such that the elements of those indices are in geometric progression are 1, 4, 4. So we need to check if they're geometric progression. Some example. This is the content I subscribe for. Really? I hate doing this stuff. But I think I skipped like 3 or 4 of the 5 exercises I've done, so you know, I'm failing properly. I think at one point my program was running too slow, and then I decided like, okay, in real life I would just use linear time sorting here. But I can't do that because I can't import any libraries. So I just skipped it. Because it was too slow, and like I would solve it by doing linear time sorting. But you know, I need to have discrimination for that. And stupid hackerank doesn't import discrimination. Why doesn't discriminate? What the hell? Why doesn't hackerank discriminate? What's wrong with it? Well, actually, like, the entire point of hackerank is to discriminate. It's really weird. Like, it's like against their company values to not discriminate. Hello, Chiroptical. What's up, man? Yeah. So I think find all pair and find either end of the trip that fits progression. I think we're just like gonna go through it. Recovering for from yesterday. Yeah, I'm just. This is like interview prep. It's funny because they don't even want to use me for a Haskell programmer, but whatever. Like that, they want to give me a hackerank. I'm gonna do it in Haskell. Fuck you. And then like, I bet if I start a test, the Haskell won't be available for some reason. Let's use recursion, I suppose. Because I need to have 3. I also need to have the indexes, but I have a function. Oh, I have a function. That's cheat. No, I can use lenses. I can use iterverse. What the hell? What am I talking about? I was so frustrated I couldn't use lens, but yeah, you have iterverse. So we can just, let's see, maybe it's a full iterverse off. Fine. Probably not without, I don't want to have this one, I want to have the other one. I want to have, just put in it and then IMAP. Why is everything with underscore? Like, I don't want to have underscore, I want to have proper one. IMAP. I hate you. Oh, this is because of fault maybe. Maybe I need to go into first. Yeah, that's the problem, it's in fault. Because you're throwing away the result first. Thank you! Betters like I don't need to FM, although you have items. So let's make a magical function to add indexes to the list. Just like integer to integer. Oh, I think he's becoming a programmer. I can use IMAP. I can definitely use IMAP. Does that even exist? Maybe that's not even a traversal. That's like. What's below traverse? Review? That's dumb. Where's the index? What did happen? I have too much power. Just control lens. Mind omelette? Mind omelette? What's that? What? Sometimes I wish to go back and realize I wanted to do learn. I mean, you seem to be doing pretty well. I know. Tuple sections. Only took 6 years. 6 years? Oh my god. Like, I didn't learn programming on school though. I learned it before and then kind of filled in the gaps with going to the bachelor's. Like, for example, they taught me a lot about database. And the only reason I could follow up was because I already know how to program, so I could focus on, you know, important stuff like database. Kind of interesting that you gain a lot out of a bachelor degrees even though you're not there like other. So I've been doing this for programming like 10 years or something, 11. And then I also did it on middle school, so I had a lot of free time to just fuck around. That doesn't mean I can spell. Oh, I need to have an S. That's a problem. So how's your app going, Chiroptical? Is it like working? Did you make everything you wanted to make? Because it seemed really daunting actually for the first time. I got everything set up. Cool. But like, did you get cookbooks and whatever? Did you get stars? Variable on the scope. IMAP. Oh, I need to have IMAP off. No, IMAP. Oh, I need to also import it probably. IMAP. This is just a function. It gives you an index map over, well, list. That doesn't exist in base for some reason. Which is like so annoying. For these exercises you often need this. Post scratch is building. I haven't started anything real though. Hoping next week to start widget display individual posts. Yeah, that'll be good. Like once you figure out the basics though, you'll be a lot faster suddenly. Kind of funny. Compilation error. Oh, it's an int, huh? Yeah, like widget is one of those terms that is like every framework has their own little idea around it. So now we have, why am I even building this function if I now look at it? I can use lenses, so I can just use any of the lenses. Why do we even need the index? I saw index and then I thought like, okay, I want to have an index. But I don't think I need the index. I don't think I need an index because I want to get, wait, I'm getting I, J, and K. So format, the first line contains two separated N and R. Size of R and the common. Next line contains N space separated I. That's pretty cool. That's fine. Here you go. These are 1 or 2. So why do you want the indexes? You're just doing 6. Or you just like, this is to display what the fuck's going on. 0, 1, 0, 2. Okay. So it's like, I can't even use, so because we have double numbers, we can have multiple of them. Okay, so it becomes a bit harder. What if I just like, make a list? Like, 1, 2, 2, 4. And then like, drop the first one, 2, 4, whatever. And then like, make another one, or whatever. Do you like something better than persistence? Beam is more powerful than persistence, more type safe, and doesn't use template Haskell. Yeah, but like if you're starting out, I think persistent is fine because like the learning curve of Beam is much higher. Just the docs are pretty bad. Not bad, but I mean like the docs are confusing to navigate. I have never. Oh, wait, was it a new one? I thought it saw a pretty cool one as well. I actually wanted to write a blog post as well about comparing. Why are you interrupting my Google search? Why? There was a... Oh, there's also template. I don't know. Like, for backend, it doesn't really matter if it's template, so fine. Wait, let's look at my notes. I think there's a... Maybe I made, like, notes for writing that blog post, because I have some... A database or something. I don't know. I'm half broken. No, this is not data. I better talk about server flex types, blah, blah. Apparently I don't have it anymore. Whatever. But there's, like, a bunch of solutions for this. There's also, SQL, there's like, what do you call it? Generate SQL query. I forgot. I like to model my schema in like, I think the other like really solution that hasn't been explored at all is generating your schema from the database itself. So you would use the database as an interface for your Haskell code. I think that is also very valid. And it's like a different way of thinking about it. I would also accept that. Like, I think that's even better maybe. Because then you can use your database as an interface between different servers. And I think that's very powerful. I could Beam next time. Yeah. But there's more stuff. Like, I had my blog post. I collected some notes on it. Database, Haskell. How would you even find it? Beam, Zelda. This was the cool one, maybe. Yeah, the cool one. They made ASCII art. I love it. Yeah, this is the cool one. Use the cool one. Export the cool one. And I have no idea how this works, but it looks really interesting. Like it's doing the right things, right? It's modeling your data, and there's like a little API. It even has migrations apparently. Wow. I love this logo. Like someone actually put in the time to make art. It means they care. That's why I'm making artwork. Care. Type-safe queries, please. Not a query language. So this is like I think this is a competitor to Beam actually. The whole schema. No, it's like it allows you to change the it will generate code to change the database, like to go to the next version. Like for example, I started out the raster with this database, like a really simple one, 97 lines apparently, and then like I go to the next version and go there, right? And like with Beam, it's kind of crappy because I need to keep all these old versions around, unfortunately. Probably can squash it later, but whatever. It may fill without loss of data. Yeah. I think like something that does it really well is Flask. With I also wrote about that. I think. I forgot the name of it. Like Flask, and then there's like some standard thing to manage your database. That's better than how Beam is a pain in the ass. Build of data. Oh right, I already read that. I see. Typically, they separate database table. Yeah, exactly. Chicken egg problem, right? Or you can use Mongo and don't have to deal with it at all. And then like a lot of people will get upset if you say that. Doesn't matter. You can use Mongo. It's amazing. I get why people choose Mongo. Oh my god, that's insane. Wow. How do you live? Snake. Yes, snake. Would it find this? Like, would it find that one? 1, 1, 0, 1. Did we line everything up properly? We would find 1, 1, 1, 2, 4. No, we wouldn't find. Is this like, this looks actually kind of like, how do you call that? That Python has type. It has, but it has just one type. Revelation from a book of knowledge was awesome. Every function is a partial function. Yeah, I haven't seen all your streams, man. I'm actually saying, if I finish that program, you know, it would be much easier to watch other people in type language once type. It's actually not true for Python because there's distinction between like integers and string. You can't just concatenate them and whatever. You get a runtime error. And if you do the type checking at runtime or at compile time, it's still type checking. I think like a lot of language, like few languages have to one type. You'd like fall through assembly or something. Runtime type a hand. Yeah, exactly. Well, it is type checking, you know. Your program doesn't execute until it's correct. Usually you want to have that stuff pushed from. So it turns out that this problem is a bit harder than we originally intended because we need to be able to, well, basically this solution provides the reason why. 0 is used for the comparison with these, and it's also used for the comparison with that one. So we get like, actually maybe we need to iterate, like we'll start with these three and then we need to move up that one, that one, that one, that one. And then once that's at the back, we can move the second one up and then go back and then blah, blah, blah. But it gets like that first search kind of. And you probably can like break out of it earlier if you have, if like the jump from this one to that one doesn't stop, you can backtrack, right? Because then the 0th index is no longer. So you can move that one up as well and move all the other shit up as well. But that's fun. No, it's not n squared because you can do what I just said. Like you can, if the condition fails for this like it's depth first search basically work for 10. I have no idea how to do depth first search. Not correct. No, because you can cut off, like I just said. Once the condition no longer holds, you can stop searching and then like move one of the other one. I think like, yeah, well, maybe it's like, yeah, okay, it's theoretically like that, and you know. But also they are talking about index. Maybe we should make a map, make a vector, use a vector. Do we have vector? What's the environment? Hackerank. Haskell is so, like, they really want to keep their libraries small, and that's why I need to pull in so much shit. Also, why interesting how Coding is making this, because he doesn't pull in that many. Matrix, we have matrix. Do we have vector? Yeah, we have vector. Let's make a vector out of this then. And we can have like for data, let's get rid of list. Don't care about that, or you dumb. Let's use data vector. Let's make a vector out of it. Better. Vector. Oh yeah, that's just the first thing we do is we put it in a vector, because then we get like instant access to whatever. Vec Yeah, what the fuck is this? Oh, this is the retro, right? This is like the condition, and then whatever. Oh, it stopped doing Vim. That's the problem. What do you do? Like vector from list probably. So let's compile. Imagine vector is import cursor. Maybe we can just do from list now. Probably not. Probably ambiguous. I bet it's ambiguous. Ambiguous occurrence IMAP. Fuck you. Okay, let's call you vec. Because you're apparently fucking up everything up. Vec. Is it vec or vector? I don't know. It's vector. This is so dumb. Oh no! They can qualify you though. Like, why didn't they qualify it? If you're gonna call everything like that, why don't you import qualify? It's so weird. But whatever. I think they just don't know about it or something. I don't know. Probably not scope, right? You need to do vec. So now you're the better one, right? Instant exit. I'm not sure if this saves, by the way. Oh, save. Okay, fuck. You can use add anyway, that's fine. I think add is safe anyway. We can use lenses. So what else do we need? We need to have those beautiful indices. Simple. You guys know something for collaborative code? Yes, I know something. I know something cool. Actually, I forgot about that. But there's a Tmux magic to allow you to share shells. So you can use Tmux to. I'm not sure if you want to have physical code or Tmux. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Actually, it seems like something interesting to do on stream, maybe. If Visual Code has it, maybe that's even better. Must be an online option. Do you want to use a browser though? Tmax. He doesn't like Tmax apparently. Visual Code has Switch plugins. That's interesting. Chat can highlight lines of code. I wanna like have chat be able to insert emoticons. Like, I don't like this part. Oh, I love this part. That would be amazing. You have to use Visual Code. No, I can make it a new devs, right? I have an operating system. It's fine. That sounds like an interesting project. I bet there's an Emacs plugin for Twitch. Okay, what the fuck does this do? Well, that's like a part. I wanna do collaborative coding in Emacs. I bet like most people are more comfortable with Visual Code than Emacs. Not that I care. I probably would use Visual Code. It's fine because I can port over a bunch of my. It doesn't have space then. It's just annoying with this because my space menu doesn't exist. All this stuff like Actually uses. I think I've never showed this, but this menu is a file. Emacs. It's called command general. My space menu, like all these bindings, they're the same. So they're just functions, listening to those, and that's why I use Emacs at this point. Because I can extend the space menu so easy, just like make my own muscle memory. It's cool. I used to use this for org mode. I didn't know what I would expect. Let's make it data point. I don't think it likes you doing it, but what are they called? YJK. Oh, you can make lenses as well. J. I'm happy I did it because now I know I can use lenses. It will make my life so much easier. Probably not because I don't have these nested structures here which I have normally, but. So the initial one needs to be goes like a pointer 0, 0, 0. No, 0, 1. Oh, chiroptical. By the way, I was wondering how you're like you wanted to have to teach me something stuff or something. Like I don't really know what you have in mind for that. But you do like Nick, stream, lens. Let's lens. Could use this one. I think this was one of the first courses I didn't have. No, like it's second one. Yeah. I think I like had 1 or 2 weeks working experience and then oh, go figure out what a setter is and over. So you create an hour-long or so tutorial, then we should stream together and work. Or you could use lenses. I don't think this is very useful for you though. I don't know. That'd be cool. Yeah, this song is amazing, huh? Like a gently introduction to them. This is like building lens. So this is not at all. This is more explaining the magic behind lens. Yeah, we'll probably do this one. The representing lens is original pair of get set fun. Represent lens. Yeah, you need to have lens. Well, maybe this one first. I don't know. Because the new way of doing it is so nice. Create small tutorials for different topics that are available to everyone. They can be simple. I think Nix is more useful than lens. I think Nix is more useful than lens, but I think also like people don't really know like. I don't think I have a good idea of how to explain anything about it at the moment. Like I need to actually sit down and think about it. So that would be like, yeah. By sitting down thinking about it, it's probably writing about it or making, maybe make a video even. I don't know. Because what I maybe do is like do a comparison with Docker. Because there are like significant differences, but like they also solve a lot of similar problems. Tutorial for functor. I would actually make a tutorial for functions. Because function implements functor in Haskell. And function also implement applicative and monad. I think it doesn't, like I thought it would also implement contra variant, but it doesn't I think at the moment, even though it should. Or validation is also in probably. This is the better error type. This is the best one. The bestest one. And like, it's an isomorphism with either. And this is like, okay, if you've never used lenses before, you don't really know what an ISO is, probably. Or if you have if you don't know about category theory, you don't know what an ISO is. But it's an isomorphism. So they're like the same thing. They just behave differently in case of Haskell. I don't know. All the great ideas. I think the trick is that folks are already so busy to make them. Yeah, but it wouldn't be so bad if I have it as a blog post, for example, first, or like a video, and then like work based on that. You would also need to write, you make exercises and stuff. I've never done that. Parse error. You don't like my input? Oh, I know. You don't like make lenses because you don't know about template Haskell. But you do know about undecidable instances. You're crazy. That we would work together. Try. Okay. Dumb. Yeah, so then I don't know what you have in mind at all. You want to help. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Like help making exercise. Yeah. I have an idea. I had a crazy idea just now. I don't know if I should tell it because it's joke as well. Maybe I'll start with a continuation. Yeah, maybe it would be best if you make an example for yourself or something. You could teach someone something else. Continuation monad. I've never seen that in action. But you got like a bunch of weird ass monads. You also have like monad fixed. Oh my god, what the fuck does this do? This is magic monad. This is the one that goes back in time. This is also like a core concept of Nix actually. They use value recursion as well. That's fun. I'm not really sure how to explain. Whatever. I probably should read the paper actually. Maybe I'll get some more insights on how this works. I don't remember what the repository be. I thought it would be fun to stream with other folks in the community. Yeah, that's why I was interested as well. It seems like a good idea. Getting like guest speakers. Yeah. I'm not really doing these exercises at all. Does it compile by the way? better trip. Not in scope, huh? Right, because, okay, if you ever have worked with template Haskell, you know what's going on. This is a splice, and splices make it like PHP basically. So you need to define stuff you've used above the splice. Like it needs to be in the same segment of code, because this will fuck up things. Yeah, so the solution is basically to move it below the splice, and then everything is in the same segment. So yeah, template Haskell is a great way to make PHP out of your code. But now we have lens. Oh, it's almost done already. What the hell? Maybe I'm gonna quit here too. I don't think I'm gonna finish this one. It turned out to be a lot more hard than I thought. But yeah, I'm probably gonna like do the actual thing tomorrow. Solution. Well, at least we have lenses, exactly. Well, at least we have confusion, right? Actually, maybe I shouldn't even bother with lenses. If I would do that, because it just gets me distracted. Where is the confusion? I forgot. That's the best find ever. There's another one. There's also like biplated. It's also in uniplate. Data lens. Data. Look at that. Data. This is data about data. How about that? While avoiding the computation of areas that cannot contain values of types using data. Uniplate is a useful definition for plate. Forms template. Forms like a template, except when SSA it returns itself and nothing else. What the fuck is data, you ask? Well. The data class comprehends a fundamental primitive default for folding over application. What is default, you ask? I see the confusion. Let's go there. Leftover or substitutive fold operation over constructor application. So, like, we're already 3 levels deep. This is the lens library, right? It goes deep. I think this is something to do with generics. I got the impression of that. Yeah, this is like one of the core. I think this thing was the predecessor for generics, and then you got the it's defined, whatever. So this is like a traversal over data itself, which is cool. Anyway, I'm gonna sign out, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, lots of people online. Hi, everyone. We actually can raid. We can raid. Cool. Does anyone know if anyone is online? Like, any suggestions for raid? Happily follow guys playing. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. I think it was a pretty good stream, except I got stuck all the time and I didn't do anything productive. See ya so very sour. See ya, man. Yeah, let's raid someone, guy. JavaScript, maybe. PHP! There we go. Is there anyone doing Haskell, by the way? Then I would rate them. But I think I follow everyone that doing Haskell. I'm not even there. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he stopped streaming for some reason. I don't know. It's unfortunate. I think I would rather have. Oh well, let's rate the PHP guy. What's the war cry? I don't know. Do we want to? Yeah, let's rate it. Whatever. See you guys later, man. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Smiled up. Is it working? Okay, now it is. Thank you, Yuppie, for the kind. Oh no, now there are even more people watching me struggle with PHP. Fuck. Let me see. Age. I am a length. I'm very big.